Hey, everybody. It's Dean Berg, co-host of the Move the Mic Stand podcast. I want to talk a little bit here about our sponsor this week, Fondy Axe Company, located at 25 North Main in Fond du Lac. I tell you, if you want to go throw axes, whether you're a pro, you've never done it before, it's the place to be. They have the coaches there that'll teach you how to throw, and they have all kinds of different things you can throw. There's everything from, obviously, axes, hatchets and big axe. There's throwing stars. You can even throw a shovel. Where can you go anywhere and throw a shovel and stick it into a board? It's absolutely amazing. So go check them out. 25 North Main Street, Fond du Lac, Fondy Axe Company, and make your reservations at www.fondyaxeco.com.
Tapedeck Media.
We're moving the mic stand, it's time for some laughs. We're Dean and Cash, we're breaking the past. Jokes are our currency, laughter's the aim. Tune in with us, let's play our game. Come on and gather, it's a wild ride. Move the mic stand, we're ready to go. Dean and Cash bring the comedy flow. With every tale, we're spreading joy wide. So come take a seat, join the fun ride.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Move the Mic Stand podcast. We are live from the Three Seasons Studios. I am Dean Berg with my co-host,
Money Karl.
Money Karl. So when I say live, it's just a term. We're not actually live.
Well, you and I are live for ourselves right now.
Yeah.
And our listeners would be alive unless
Yeah.
they die when we publish. But
Why did we go so dark right away? We were dark last week.
Sorry, I don't know. Maybe I'm just still on that kick.
I think you are.
I think it's the cold weather.
I
Just
think it
making
is.
me-
It is
making me-
cold. I always feel like tougher. Like, I was actually talking to a guy that I bumped into. He was from like somewhere warm down south, and he's like, "Dude, you're wearing like a light hoodie. How do you guys survive up here?" And I'm like, "I like to think it just makes us tougher."
So you'd be like the guy that's walking around in gym shorts.
No.
You still see. I saw one of those guys today. So
Well, I try not to get too heavy with the winter gear until it's absolutely subarctic.
because then you feel like you're I guess spoiling yourself, right? You're
Well, yeah, because
yeah.
I don't want to get too comfortable in my heavy stuff, and then it gets colder, and now my cold stuff, my heavy stuff doesn't seem warm anymore.
Yeah, I suppose.
So it's more psychological probably than anything, but I do have a advantage because I have Nordic blood, so I have 50%. I take 50% less damage from frost.
Frost and axes.
Yeah,
And your axes do more damage.
yeah,
Yeah.
they do. That's for sure.
I wonder what I would be. My blood is
Gerbil.
I was gonna say well, close. My blood is mostly German.
Oh,
I guess that's close. I don't want to know what kind of perks I have. It's probably not good.
yeah. We'll stop there. We'll change. We'll change directions a little bit. I think after.
I don't even drink beer, so that doesn't. I do like a bratwurst though.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, Wiener Schnitzel.
I'm related to Richard Wagner, the composer.
Really?
Yeah,
By how far? Like what? Elaborate.
5 great uncles. Yeah, so
I don't.
I feel like I should get royalties for every time the Flight of the Valkyries goes on. Daniel Bryan owes me some money.
So
and-
like 5 generations of uncles?
yeah, I'll go back 5 years or
Why?
5
Why
years,
uncles
5
though? Why?
Well, he's my great uncle. He's an uncle. So his
Oh.
sister's daughter is like a great grandpa 4 times, something like that.
No.
My
That's interesting.
grandma does a lot of genealogy for both sides of the family, so that's how we found out. So you can go on like ancestry.com and find my name, and then it's broken back all the way up there.
I was always told I was related to like Leif Erikson. Don't know if it's true.
Well, I mean, it's a good possibility with the whole Viking
Yeah.
Nordic blood. I mean, there's a possibility for sure there.
And I've never looked this up, so fact check it or not, I don't care. But Redbeard the pirate, I am apparently related to him as well, and that's why I have red in my beard.
Oh,
That's what I was told, but
I thought that was like Irish, maybe Norwegian too, even. Because I'm a little Norwegian, and I think that's where the red color comes in sometimes for me.
Yeah, Norway's Nordic. You have some Nordic blood, Carl.
Not enough to count.
Oh.
I mean, like 3 of my 4 grandparents were like immigrants from Germany, so.
All right. My grandpa was straight from the homeland. Not my grandpa, my great-grandpa, sorry. And he came here, and he was like, give us all your gold.
To who did he say that to?
I don't know. I made that up.
Oh.
Actually,
he just goes, he arrives at Ellis Island, and he's just like, give me your gold.
Actually, some like really, really like major horseshit. I used to have a doctor that she saw my tattoos, like my Nordic tattoos. And first of all, she made fun of me for having tattoos, which I was like, you're not professional.
Yeah.
And then she saw the Nordic Viking ones that I have, and she's like, those look like stuff from a Viking ship. And I'm like, it's because they are. And I'm like, that's my heritage. And then she was like, well, you know there are stupid people, right?
Jeez.
I know. And then she was like, we took this trip to Denmark. And I was like, Denmark doesn't count.
The Danes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe it does. But she was like, and we learned about this Viking chieftain, blah, 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 blah. And he was so stupid that he filled his ship up with so much gold that it sunk. What a stupid people. And then I was like, well...
It wasn't like you buying a car and they tell you this is the max weight load. They didn't know until they tried to fill it.
I was like, sounds like he had a pretty good run.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that's the greatest way to die, but if I was... That was my thing. I was out collecting riches.
Yeah.
Not always...
Plundering, yeah.
Yeah, not always gathered in the most...
Savory of ways.
But if I had so much that my boat sank, I mean...
That's like an Elon or a Jeff Bezos type of character then, at that time.
Probably.
A boat worth of gold.
Yeah, but she was just like, your race of people is stupid.
Yeah, that's...
Or your ancestry.
That's too much, what's the fallacy? Overgeneralization? Like...
Yeah, it's just stereotypical racism.
Yeah, that too.
And then she overprescribed me some medicine, and I was in a cloud for a while.
And now you're here, huh?
Now I'm here. And I still remember her saying that, and I will never go back to her. She actually fired me as a patient.
Yeah, that's weird.
I know, because...
I mean, that's a true sign of being an adult, though, when you realize that not all doctors are good.
Right.
Right? Like,
oh, I won't say her name, too, but, like, if you looked her up, like, on Yelp or whatever, horrible.
Dr. Yelp?
Yeah. There's a lot of people on there that says she mocked them for tattoos, and that she...
you're only allowed one review a person, right, Dean?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But you can make different profiles. No, I'm just kidding. And they also complained that she overprescribed medicines, that she was real quick to just be like, here, just take this and go home. Don't talk to me again. But she fired me as a patient because where I was working at the time had a free, like, on-site clinic. Mm-hmm. So I'd go there all the time. And I would only go in to the doctor if I had something major. And I wasn't seeing her enough, so she was like... I can't see you as a patient anymore. And I'm like, and any other way. Can't see me any other way.
So John Cena. Okay, I know you didn't want to say the name. But wait, so how much is considered enough? Like you have to see her once a week or?
Don't know. Every 6 months or whatever.
And you were seeing her once a year maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
That's about as much as I see my
doctor. It was usually a follow-up. Like I broke a bone or I had something go on or... whatever, and then I said, follow up with your doctor. And she just got mad that I wasn't going there enough, that I was getting all my blood work and stuff done at the free clinic at my employer.
Yeah, wouldn't they prefer that? Like, I don't understand why she had such an issue with that.
And then she told me to lose weight, and I did, but apparently not enough, because I wasn't at the BMI, where my BMI is like 160 or 159. I wouldn't look right.
I don't think I'd ever come close to whatever my BMI is supposed to look
No,
like.
it's a scam.
I don't even think I could healthily get there. I don't think so.
It's a scam contrived by Richard Simmons or something. But
To buy workout videos.
yeah, really, that's what it was. But on the lines of doctors, I have some things I'm changing outside of comedy.
Okay.
As far as like work life and that sort of thing. I had to take a drug test recently.
How'd that go?
They had me try them all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all the drugs. They had me test them all. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say I don't think that's normally how drug tests.
Nah, it went good. They called me and they were like, you tested positive, and I'm like, yeah, but it was for all the fun ones. No, not really. Everything was fine with it. But no, I mean, it's like a work life kind of change thing, and
you're welcome for the pee sample, by the way.
Shh. Oh. No, I'm just kidding. It was my own urinary tract. Which, fun fact, did you know when people say I've got to urinate or I urinated today, we're constantly urinating. Because that's the process of creating urine. The actual process of expelling it is called micturition.
Micturition?
Yeah, so when you actually...
Move the micturition.
We're moving the micturition. It's time for some piss. With Dean and Chris. Oh, you're fired. I got to get Chris on here.
Chris who?
I don't know. I know a Chris. He's pretty cool.
Chris Catan?
He's going to be pissed at my work life change, though. I know that.
Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, sorry, Chris. No, but I'm really sad about it. Like, I don't want to, but do for personal reasons and stuff. It's got to make a change. And, that episode of Rick and Morty, when in one of the realities they blow up and they die, so they have to leave the one with all the Cronenbergs.
Yeah.
And then so they have to abandon that world or that timeline or whatever.
They go to the other one that they just blew up in the garage.
And then they bury the bodies.
Yeah.
And then Morty's like looking out the window at where they buried the bodies and stuff, and then that Mazzy star.
That really sad song.
Yeah, looking down from the bridge. You know that one?
Yeah, I feel like you did a better job. You should take over.
Than Mazzy Star?
Yeah, you should just take over.
Yeah, so that song, it's kind of how I feel. Like I'm going to be staring out the window. I mean, I'm grateful for the change, and it's a positive change. There's nothing wrong with it. Just, I don't know.
I mean, it's possible you could always come back too.
I'm not. Maybe eventually. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not unhappy or anything.
You just need some variety, some change. Yeah, not a bad thing.
Well, just different things I won't get into. But
sure. Okay.
But yeah. So had to have a drug test, and that's where that led. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hold on. If I was to have a drug test right now, I'd test positive for Texas Roadhouse Butter. Which
I was just gonna say I disappointed you this week.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Because I purchased at the Walmarts.
Yeah, Texas Roadhouse Butter.
They sell Texas Roadhouse Butter just like at the restaurants.
Yeah, that nice sugary
cinnamon. Yep.
Delight.
They also sell the stuff that they give you to put on like your baked potatoes.
Is that like a garlic butter, right, or something like that?
I saw it first because I saw Texas Roadhouse and I was like, what was that? And I saw that one first, and the cinnamon one was almost sold out. It was like way pushed to the back. And I was like, well, why don't they have the cinnamon?
So that was an employee pushing it to the back to store it for when they left for the day. Yeah.
And then I saw it and I grabbed it and it's delicious.
Did you just eat it right out of the tub?
No.
Nothing? Yeah, you did. You took a spoon. And you heated it up with a lighter underneath and you scooped it in and injected that stuff.
I honestly had forgotten about it for a day. I don't know.
Yeah, I know you forgot about it for a day.
because I didn't tell you.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I'm at Walmart. Do you need me to get you anything? And you're like, well, there's a nice Panda Express orange chicken sauce. And I was like, I don't really like orange or Panda Express. And that was it. You didn't say anything else about this miracle butter.
I did not. But I like when I showed you the picture of it on my counter at home. You're like, that better not be AI.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope, it's real. And then I showed like the butter all over my beard. Because I couldn't even wait for the bread to toast. Yeah, when I remembered I had it.
I'm saying you just scooped it right in.
No, I put it on the bread, Carl. But I didn't toast the bread or anything. I just like folded it in half and was just like nom 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 nom.
And what did I say? I said, like, you better not be sending me unsolicited butter pics or something like that.
Yeah, butter thirst traps or
Yeah, butter
something.
first.
Something like that. Something about something about
Yeah, you're right.
thirst traps or whatever. But it's a nice product.
You know, I'm kind of surprised you didn't make a post about that one. You have your buttery beard. This is me before Texas Roadhouse Butter,
This is me after.
and it's like thirsty.
No,
Got butter.
I would lose followers.
I don't know. There's definitely some weirdos out there that are more of a. They don't click like on anything. They don't comment. But man, do they bring that view count up?
Yeah, well, a lot of my stuff blew up with the 14-hour TikTok ban.
Oh yeah.
My clapper blew up. That sounds like a disease.
Yeah.
My clapper.
That
blew
didn't
up.
show up in the drug test.
No, that didn't show up. My clapper blew up quite a bit. I have another one called Flip.
Well, all right, hold on. What's Clapper?
Yeah,
You just-
it's like American stolen TikTok. It's almost the same. But for the longest time, if you posted a TikTok, like you just saved it and posted it right on there, it would get flagged for unoriginal because it would see the little TikTok logo bouncing around. But just before the ban, they had a thing where you can download directly from TikTok to your clapper. I hit the button to do it and everything, and I'm in the queue, and I'm like number 789,899 or something. I felt like Beetlejuice, you know, when he gets that really long, now serving, and he's got that like bazillion number.
and then he swaps it with the shrunken head guy. Or
Yeah.
no, the shaman, right? And because he puts the little powder on him.
Yeah,
and then
he drops it on, so he ends up with a small head. Yep. Yeah. So there's Texas Roadhouse Butter for butter lovers like Carl.
Yeah.
It is a tad bit different, but not noticeable.
Don't say that.
It is the one at Texas Roadhouse, Texas Roadhouse. Is it like whipped?
Yeah.
It is?
It's
It's like
a whip,
fluffy?
Yeah, whipped texture.
For some reason, I was thinking it wasn't quite like a whipped butter.
Well, maybe the reason why I just felt off to you is because you couldn't wait. Like, it was
Well, that's
still
probably it.
semi-firm.
They had like little baguettes too that you could buy that were similar. They weren't Texas Roadhouse, but they were just Walmart. But they had like 8 dozen of them in like a clear garbage bag for like 59 cents because they were.
Just the crusts, like cut up crust part of.
No, they were just. I think they were just old, and I forgot to buy. I forgot to buy like a normal bag of them to put on, so I've just been putting it on
should get,
normal white bread.
Rhodes rolls. They're like you just kind of leave them out to rise for a few hours.
I thought you were gonna say rot.
No, those are good. Those would be perfect with that butter. I'm a professional.
You are.
Yeah.
You are. You chug butter like I throw axes. Like you're on the world butter.
Like people think I should
Chugging
be known
championship.
for the mini golf stuff, but nope.
Nope, it's butter.
Every time I see those butter carvings at State Fair, I'm just like, "You're going home with me."
Yeah, a whole bunch of them are missing their heads. Carl took a bite. So the studio looks a lot better, eh?
Yeah, getting a lot of new stuff in here. Getting some
Oh,
signage.
I just mean after the hi-ho explodo.
Oh yeah, well that too. Yeah.
Yeah, Jess, my fiance, was out here for like 2 hours cleaning it up.
Yeah, pretty good job.
Mostly good.
Mostly good.
Yeah, there's like one little spot there on the
On the blinds.
blinds.
Oh, I see it.
Yep.
Well, that's-
She missed it.
It looks like it's got like the whole height of the explosion.
Yeah, and I'm going to catch some shit for saying it on here, but she missed it. She's like passionate about
New
cleaning.
Pokemon card.
I mean, yeah, it's right there looking at it. Oh, it looks terrible. It's like, I'm just kidding.
This is not the night that you want to be sent to sleep outside, Dean.
It's warm in the studio.
I guess, yeah,
I
you
can
could
handle it
sleep
out
in the
here. I can
studio.
handle
You're
it.
right,
I can
you're
handle
right.
it.
You're right.
I ain't got it. I slept worse places.
Really? Wait. Like where? Now I'm intrigued. I got to know what's the worst place to sleep in.
Like on the ground.
Oh, like outside?
Yeah.
Where?
Woods.
What woods?
The top secret woods.
Is that where they do drug testing?
No, the covert operation, top secret, can't tell woods.
was this for like Boy Scouts, or you just like, I'm gonna go sleep in the woods tonight?
No, I used to do a thing.
Oh, you're a witch.
Yeah, that's it. I used to be part of an organization.
The Wood Sleepers?
No. We didn't. We protected the world from an evil organization known as Cobra.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe. No, I was kidding. No, I was just...
You didn't get that aircraft carrier for Christmas, did
No, stop bringing it up, man. Shit, I was in a good mood. Now I'm not.
I was just hoping if we keep bringing it up, maybe someone will be like, I don't really use my G.I. Joe aircraft carrier anymore. This guy sounds like he really,
Wow,
really
she
wants
missed
it.
a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know. I know when she was out here, she was like, that went everywhere. And I'm like, I told you. And she's like, I could tell by the episode you were pissed. And I was like, yeah, I said fuck about 8,000 times. I told him to suck my balls.
Yeah. Dude, if we actually did video for podcasts, I mean, that would have been an epic...
We will
that would've been an epic
eventually,
clip.
but that would have been an epic clip.
I'm not saying that we should try, like, blowing up sodas just to get the clip.
No,
but
that was bad. And the sad thing is we reached out to them and they ignored us.
Yeah.
Entirely. Just left us on red, didn't say anything. And I'm like, okay, well, then I'm just going to keep talking about you on my podcast every now and then.
Which, what someone had said.
Because right now I could be saying, hey, they made it right. They did this. They did... Nope.
Yeah.
Just left us on red. Like even when...
I'll drink my Pepsi and be happy about it.
Yep, I got my Sprecher maple root beer. It's nice. I wish it was a little more mapley, though. No, they left us on red. They didn't say anything. I know another time we actually had ordered online and we had to go pick it up. And they said where to pick it up, what time or whatever. And we weren't able to. So one of the guys was like, oh, you can pick it up at XYZ company that he apparently works at or something. And
They had no clue.
when we went there, the lady was like, I don't know about that. Somebody else takes care of that. I think that's the same lady that runs their social media and stuff.
And with that tone and everything?
Yeah. I don't know what her name is, but from now on, it's Vaginalyn.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, like, Jess was like, wow, Dean, you were totally pissed. Like, you could tell during that video. And she actually warned her mom, like, do you listen to the podcast? She's like, sometimes, not all the time. And then she was like, he says a lot of F-bombs. And I don't usually cuss in front of them because the kids are around and stuff. But, yeah. But anyways, so there's about 4 spots of it still here.
I'll know, like...
Actually, she's very meticulous when she cleans. That's why I'm just being obnoxious.
Yeah, I know I'll know if you're in trouble when I get a message. Carl, we can't meet for the podcast.
Don't even give her any ideas. Not that I'll listen, but don't give her any ideas. No, I'm just... Because if she finds, like, the tiniest little speck of a crumb of a whatever...
that you're saving for, like, Ratatouille from Ratatouille or whatever.
Yeah. For my cockroaches friends. No. Like, if she finds the littlest crumb, like, I can be absolutely diligent to not make a mess. And she'll find something. You left a giant mess. So that's why I'm just being obnoxious. She'll yell at me for it. And I can't believe you said that.
I think you want to sleep in the studio.
It ain't bad out here. No, I don't want to. I mean, maybe sometime in the summer, it'd be fun to, like, when the kids are older or something, camp out or whatever. I know when my nephew comes over, sometimes he's like, I could sleep out here.
Yeah, you just need a TV. You need a mini fridge. You need a little like Coleman propane stove to cook a can of beans.
Little
Dean's beans.
empty gallon of milk to pee in.
No, you could probably get an outhouse.
Just go pee in the yard.
Yeah, that works too.
Well, actually, no, the neighbor's right behind us. I don't know if they listen or not, but it seems like every time we're recording, they have their back door open.
Probably not tonight with how
No,
cold
probably
it is.
not tonight. But they've got freaking Ring cameras everywhere.
That's all you need is a video of you peeing.
Yep.
OnlyFans.
And that'll just be like Fond du Lac Man, which is not quite Florida Man, but...
It's not that far off.
Right. Yeah, so I don't know. This is kind of like my little man cave studio. But it looks great. She actually did really good cleaning. She vacuumed. She was out here for like 2 hours. She scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed. Oh, there's some on the little thing over there too.
Stop pointing. Oh, you're digging a deeper hole, buddy.
Yeah, I don't want peace. I just want problems. You ever see that? Like, I don't remember what movie it's from, but there's a guy and he's like, I don't want peace, only problems.
Kind of sounds like...
It was a viral TikTok for a while.
I was going to say, it sounds like Pepe from Muppets.
No, it's
The
not.
shrimp.
No. He's not a shrimp. He's a king prawn.
Oh, King Prawn.
Yeah, he's a king prawn. I like that guy. He was one of my favorites.
I like Rizzo the Rat. I think he's probably my favorite. Him and Gonzo for Muppet Christmas Carol. That's a good duo. That's like us. I'll be Rizzo. You can be Gonzo.
I guess I am a weirdo, and that's what his species is, right?
And you're blue. He's an alien, yeah.
I actually really, really like Muppets from Space.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I used to watch it a lot.
And with Celebration, they all come out of the spaceship. Celebrate good times. Come on!
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember that part.
Well, speaking of man caves, I don't know. I thought of this kind of neat idea, like a his and her man cave type thing. Like She Shed is a popular, like women's.
He shed by the seashore.
But I think it would be kind of neat to do like the man cave as like a fallout shelter underneath the she shed, and then have an escape hatch too, so you don't have to like crawl up through the carpet of the she shed. But I think that'd be kind of a neat design.
You mean like an actual like bunker?
Yeah.
Like that's nuclear protected?
It could be. It doesn't necessarily have to. It could just be like
Some of those are crazy. Like I've seen that on TV. Like people that have like their
like the Doomsday Prepper show.
Yeah,
that was good. I like watching that just to see like the extent that some people would go. And then now that it's like 10 years after that show has aired, it's like, are these people still dealing with like their stuff, or is it like way more insane? Like they should do a follow up.
Well, and that's
Doomsday
kind of stupid though, because you put it out there so everybody knows what you have.
Right. Well, sometimes they always are like, oh, Darren wouldn't expose where his shelter is, so they have to blindfold our crew and bring them out there.
And then some shit goes down. You're like, okay, I'm going to follow Daryl because I know he's got a pretty sweet thing.
Yeah.
And then take him out. Now I got his thing.
I guess, but I think it would be.
I mean, some of them have a lot more security than that, but
yeah. I think it would be cool to see where are they now type of thing with those. See if they've expanded further, and I think
I bet you it's like Daryl is out sailing around Antarctica looking for the flat Earth ice wall.
Maybe. Yeah, I think it would be interesting to see something like that. So anybody out in LA, if you're still got a house or something, maybe that's a little insensitive.
Do you think any of them like went into their bunkers?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I saw one episode where they basically had these like, I don't know. It actually is probably about the size, if I remember correctly. It was probably about the size of the 3 Seasons studio, and it was like a cement.
So it's huge.
Yeah, it looked like a holy hand grenade in a way. Like that's
like
the
from
shape.
Monty Python.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like octagonal shaped.
That's the shape of this.
Yeah, I guess.
This is an octagonal prism.
Yeah, octagonal. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, we can make a word. But it was like all cement, and it was specifically to help with like if you got caught in like a forest fire or something like that, wildfire. And yeah, apparently like 4 people could live in one of these things.
For how long?
At least 72 hours, I think, but probably could have been longer. Like you'd have food, water, bathroom, all that. So
nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know necessarily if that's the way you want to go. Be like, hey, yeah, this is going to burn down my house, but we'll just hang out in our cement octagonal holy hand grenade.
I think it would get pretty hot in there, though.
Well, supposedly it was designed specifically for wildfires, so I think you'd probably be all right, I guess. Yeah. Or you tested it, and they got to do some more research.
Well, that seems like a really extreme
test.
Well, just an extreme extent to go when they just make blankets you can cover yourself in.
For fires?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean, like the fiberglass blankets?
I don't know. They're fire blankets.
Yeah, but those are going to help for, like,
I mean, you probably suffocate to death when the fire takes all the oxygen, but,
Right, but-
and I'm sure you'll burn up. So okay, they're not that effective.
Yeah. Well, it protects you from the one side that's covering you. It burns everything around you. The ground turns into lava.
You burn from the bottom up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get cooked. It's a like a
griddle,
a foil packet, the hobo dinner.
Yeah. You're like a thing of Jiffy Pop.
Yeah. Oh man, we are getting dark. All right.
Yeah, we gotta lighten it up, man. Holy cow.
Well, all right, let's lighten it up. This week is it ends tomorrow, the 26th, whatever day, I don't know.
What ends? Like the Earth?
No, that would be Sunday, Monday. I don't know. The 26th is the end of Oshkosh Restaurant Week, so a bunch of I think it's 52 are on there, and they make like specialty tasting menus. We went to Fox River Brewing Company last week, and I think we're gonna try Bar 430 this week.
Jeez, you hear that?
Yeah, who's driving a motorcycle in minus 20 degrees?
I don't know what that was. That was probably a
Sounded
truck.
like a motorcycle.
No, there's a guy down the block. He comes whipping down all the time like crazy. He actually almost bailed when it was icy one day.
Everybody just listen.
It's gone now. That doesn't. I mean, that was actually even making our little light that goes up and down when we talk.
It was like revving. It was cool.
It was like going, but it didn't sound normal.
Yeah, maybe because it's so cold. I don't know.
I think it was like a aircraft.
I think it was a motorcycle.
Oh, I thought it was like a brap. Well, I guess that's a motorcycle. That was like from like a A10 or something. Yeah, I went out Friday, and I got some fish fry.
Where'd you go for fish fry?
Yeah, I don't want to say, but the waitress that was there, the bartender was
Was
rude.
it in Fond du Lac?
I'm not even gonna say.
You're not even going to say that it was in Fond du Lac?
No.
Well, how am I supposed to know to avoid fish fries in Fond du Lac?
Well, it was a thing, and the bartender was like so rude. Like, I don't even want to get into it totally, but like right when I sat down, she was like, "What can I get you?" And she just said it like real snotty.
She didn't say it like, "What can I get you, sweetie or hun?"
Oh, I
darling?
hate that.
Yeah.
I really hate that. But no, she was just like, it was almost like a, "What do you want?" But it wasn't.
Like you're an inconvenience that you're there.
Yeah.
Supporting their business.
Yeah, and they were busy, and so I just sat at the bar in an empty seat, and I told her what I wanted or whatever. And then I got like a cheeseburger for like the little guys to share. And I was like, "Can I get that with just ketchup?" And she was like, "You got to put that on yourself at home." And I was like, "Really? Okay." And I don't know. She was just rude to like everybody. She got mad at this guy. So there was a lot of veterans there because there was like a veteran thing going on. Mm-hmm. And she was like rude to one of the guys who asked for mayo. She's like, "Because you didn't order right the first time, I had to go all the way back over there and come all the way over here." Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "Why do you talk to these guys like that?" And I'm like, these guys are veterans. Why are you talking? Well, I'm a veteran too. And I'm like, "So you should know more than anyone then."
Yeah, that just seems.
And we had like a little exchange back and forth where like, I don't know, it was like a battle of wits. And I honestly don't remember what she said, but I was just basically like, "I'm not the one, not today. I just want my fish fry and I want to go." And she was just like rude as shit. And then there was like a guy that they had like these mocktails, and he's drinking the mocktails. And she was like, "So why are you drinking mocktails?" He's like, "Oh, I don't drink." And then
seems very personal. To
right.
Jump in that.
And then she's like, "Why?" And she says it really rude, like, "Why?" And I interjected, and I was like, "You don't ask people that.
Yeah, it's not your business.
It's his personal choice. If he doesn't want to drink, he doesn't drink."
Right.
It's like one of the rudest things. Like, "Why don't you drink?" Maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, you and I know I have. I'm sure you have too. But I run into that all the time for shows. Like, people want to buy me a shot afterwards.
Yeah.
And it's like,
oh yeah, that's right. Because she did ask me if I wanted a shot too, and I was just like, "No."
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Ooh."
And then you say like, "Oh yeah, I don't drink," and then they're like, "Okay, do a shot of water then." And I remember one show, the bartender couldn't figure out what to do with that. Like he
how
just,
to put water in a shot glass?
Yeah, I don't know, he wasn't even super busy. He poured everybody else their shot, and then and the whole reason they came over to get a shot was because they wanted to do it with me as the performer.
Right.
And I was like, "Can I have a shot of water, please?" And he's just like, "What?" Dude,
Could have at least. Well, you don't like root beer.
Yeah.
I was like, you could have at least got root beer or something.
I
but-
would have done soda too or something, but it just blew his mind. to
But
ask that.
you could tell the guy was really uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, well, I have a problem. It gets me in trouble. And I was like, you didn't have to share that.
Yeah.
Just it's your choice. I don't do it because it makes me feel like shit. During COVID, I did a lot of it, and just didn't like how it makes me feel. So I was just like, so I just was like, I'm gonna drink no more.
Yeah. And
So I don't drink.
And for me, I just for
And
medical reasons. So.
I feel a million times better
Yeah.
not drinking, like a million times. Like it seems fun, like for a couple minutes when you're watching the Rick and Morty episode when he blows up.
And like you get that right mark of like, oh, you're buzzed and you're having a good time or whatever. But I
Yeah.
feel like it's not equal. It doesn't. The amount of joy or whatever you get for those few moments.
No, it
isn't
fades
worth-
quick.
Yeah, it's
and that's how alcohol works. I
right.
mean,
I feel like that's why so many people have a problem because they're just chasing that.
yeah, and
that
then
buzz, and
then you think, oh, I need okay, I'll have a little bit more, and then now you're like, oh, no, I don't feel good, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna have a little bit more, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, blacked out
Yep.
or whatever, or throwing up or just not feeling good, and it's not even like about drinking to that extent. It's just I can have like a single beer, and I just don't.
You said a kind of weird.
Yeah, and I said I get,
Why?
wah. Wah. That's Maverick talk. He says it all the time now. Wah. He's saying yeah, but he says wah. He says it a lot.
Those Y's are hard.
Yeah, like I'll be like, hey, did you build that tower with your blocks? Wah. Sure did. Wah. And it's funny because he'll say other things normal, but now I'm starting to do it. Or I'll just be like walking around the house. Wah. Wah. And knowing that he means yeah, he says it a lot. Like he'll just be working with his little toy tools on something, like his little push cars or something, and he'll just be like, wah. Use the wrench. Wah.
He's just a yes man. He's happy.
Gotta try again.
Positive.
Wah. Well, my grandma used to do that too, but I think it was like a nervous thing where she'd always be like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was more like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And she'd just be observing things around her and just, mm-hmm. It wasn't like a disappointed, like, mm-hmm. It was, mm-hmm.
I think that's just kind of an older person thing in general.
Maybe.
Just kind of a vocal tick, I guess, in a way of just
Yeah.
breathing. A choir of mhms.
Yeah,
and
but
wahs.
anyways, yeah, so I don't know. Waitress was rude. Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your Oshkosh story. Were you done with it?
I think so. I was just saying Oshkosh Restaurant Week.
I'm like, we gotta be positive, and I'm like, this sucked. That person sucked. This was
no,
dumb.
I was trying to be positive. You know what we haven't done though? And now that I don't know how many minutes we're in now. Probably close to 36 minutes. We still haven't done our.
Oh,
comedy
you're right.
tip.
We have not done the comedy tip.
Oh, we're really making you work for it this week. Oh, you got to listen to us. For
We
36
sure
minutes.
are. The comedy tip
I was gonna say you had a pretty good one.
of the week is how to pronounce Worcestershire sauce.
No,
How do you? Before we get into it, how do you say it?
Worcestershire.
Okay, you say it, that's how I say it too.
And now you're making me think, and now I don't know if I say it the way I say it.
No, you say it phonetically, like
Well, I know, but now-
Worcestershire.
I know, but now I don't know if that's how I normally say it. I'm just thinking
You say
about it.
Worcester sauce.
All right, hold on. I got to pause for a second.
Wash your
Reset.
sister sauce?
I got to reset. Worcestershire.
Okay, yeah, that's Worcestershire.
Why did you ask if that's the proper pronunciation? How
I had to
else
buy
did you-
some this weekend, and I was just thinking about how different people say it.
Actually, that sounds like kind of like a fun grocery store game or whatever. You go up to the worker and say, "Can
Yeah, do
help
you
me
have that sauce? It's like it's not A1 sauce, but it's like it's like a malt vinegary anchovy.
Starts with a W.
Starts with a W, ends with an E, and there's an R in there.
Just see how they pronounce it.
The wash your sister sauce? Yep, that's the one. That's how all the kids say it now.
I feel like that would have been, now with the TikTok 2.0, I feel like that should be like one of those like interview clips where it's always like the college guy goes around with the overly poofed Lavier mic, right, on his shirt.
Oh, yeah.
And then he holds out the $3 little mic. He's like, and for $3.50, what state starts with the letter I?
Hack to us. Spit out that thing.
Yeah. Basically, that's like how all those videos go.
Yeah. Yeah, so I know that's why I just came up with that. I was thinking about that, like how different people say it, and I think Worcestershire sauce is the correct way. It's how it's spelled.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's probably English, right? So we probably need like people from different parts.
Worcestershire.
Well, just like there's so many different accents too,
Yeah.
so maybe it just sounds weird. However, I know I say some words strangely
Wow.
from growing up in Illinois,
Wow.
and I have to consciously think about it every now and then and be like, that's not how you say it.
Wow.
My big one is
Can't stop saying wow.
the liquid that comes from cows and the dairy.
Semen?
No,
That's bulls.
that's bulls. Yeah,
Whoops, I'm milking the wrong thing.
yeah. I guess you're successful at milking something, Dean. Good job.
That's an awesome scene on Kingpin. You ever see that movie?
Yeah. That is a great movie. You can't make that movie today, but that was a good movie.
No, and he's like, oh, I got up early and I milked the cow, and he's got like a milk mustache. Yeah. And they look all confused. Like, we don't have a cow. We have a bull. And he's like, I gotta go brush my teeth.
The bull's never been so happy.
Yep.
But yeah, that dairy stuff, I always said it with the E sound.
I say milk.
Yeah, I would go milk like an.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to.
How do you say bag?
Well, you don't
Bag.
ask me what the word is first. You have to like describe it, and then I have to say what I think it is. So I'm saying it naturally, because otherwise now I can't think of how I say it. Like I can't just be like, because now I'm gonna probably say it with the
Chocolate milk.
Well, we already discussed it. I say milk.
Oh.
Weird, but
Plastic bag.
no, you can't keep saying the word and then have me say it, because now I'm thinking too much about it. You have to like describe something and then I have to say it.
You go to the grocery store,
It's not gonna work. We're already.
and when they say paper or plastic, what are they referring to, Carl?
grocery bags,
There.
yeah. But I had to.
Bags. Bag.
Yeah, I don't. Where is that Minnesotan?
I don't know.
Bag. Yeah, seems Canadian, Minnesota.
Bag.
Bag.
Bog. Put the milk in the bog.
Milk in the bog. My other one was the thing that you put your head on to sleep at night. I would always go with the E. I don't know if that's
A rock?
You sleep. All right. Well,
Well, if I'm sleeping on the ground.
yeah. But I would also do the E sound there too. I'd go pillow instead of pillow.
Oh,
Yeah, I know that was bad.
that one's out there.
I know, but it's the whole thing of like, I've been now. Let's see how long I've been in Wisconsin. 14 years. So like, I definitely can kind of blend in. But man, when I go home to Illinois and visit with family, oh man, it screws me up real bad.
Really?
Yeah, because they all do it too, and for some reason, and I just think this is just a thing in general. But a lot of like stores.
Okay, wait. Ask me the question again.
What question?
What would you put your head on? I'm gonna say it like I'm from Illinois.
Okay. At night when you go to sleep, what do you rest your head on?
I drive like shit and I'm an asshole.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I like Illinois. I like all the people. They get a bad rap.
All right. So did you just not want to get a show booked there ever again?
No, I like Illinois.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
kidding.
I know.
I'm just doing the whole border war.
I know.
I'm joking.
I know.
I love people.
Yeah.
Even though you can't tell by how much I talk shit, but
Well, it's because like we said last week, it was like just anytime, like you could have 100 good experiences, but you have one bad experience, and now it just cleans the slate. Like,
yeah.
you're probably never going back to that restaurant for a fish fry again, are you?
I said that I would not, correct.
So,
It was funny though because I had my Dean Berg comedy hat on.
okay, so
And
now they're like, I'm never going to see Dean at a show.
This guy from across the
The pond?
the bar,
Oh.
this older guy, he was like, "Your hat says Berg Comedy. Who's that?" And I'm like, "You're looking at him."
And then you gave him a ticket to the show.
I gave him the finger guns.
Oh,
No,
oh.
and then he was like, "You some kind of comedian?"
Wait. Why does that... Oh, it sounds like when Fluffy Gabriel Iglesias, he does like his impression of his bus driver or whatever.
Yeah.
You some... Like how you just did it. You some sort of comedian.
No, he's like, "You some kind of comedian or something?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You any good?" And I'm like,
Nice question to ask.
and I'm like, "Wah." I'm like,
Nice callback.
I'm like, "Yeah, I guess. I mean, I get booked."
And people want to watch you. So,
Yeah. And then he's like, "You should do a show here."
Like in that bar?
Yeah.
No.
They have a hall.
Oh.
And then I was like, "Yeah, I could do that." He's like, "You got some kind of card or something?"
Psh, whipped it out.
And then I threw it across, and I threw it a little too hard and stuck it in his forehead, and he's dead.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. And
Did you have one on you?
I did. And I gave it to him, and then he's like, "Nice, we'll reach out."
Oh, it must have been the owner.
No, I didn't ask. Just gave it to him. But I imagine the audience is going to be great. It's going to be great. But anyways, no,
We still haven't done the comedy tip, by the way.
so for those of you who are waiting, I apologize.
You brought us on this tangent, by the way.
I did with Worcestershire
Yeah.
sauce. But anyway,
And I said the tip was so good. You're like,
Well,
all right, we get it.
we'll get there. We're almost there. Just bear with me here. I just got to finish this part up. But anyways, I got home and I complained about how rude the lady was and all that sort of thing. And then I was thinking I wouldn't go back there, but it was actually pretty good food. It was good. It wasn't like my super ultimate greatest fish fry of all time, but it's an option.
I have two choices for fish fry, really, for me. I'm
Yeah?
just going to say them.
Yeah, same.
I'm going to go on the tangent now. Why not?
Okay, fillet of fish. What's number 2?
No. I don't like fillet of fish.
I do.
really don't.
It's kinda-
The Mine Shaft in Oshkosh. I have a good fish fry.
I've never had theirs.
It's good. It's very busy, especially
The
during
mine
Lent.
shark.
Yeah. They have, for some reason, if you look at their billboards along the way, someone didn't really look closely
Get
to
the
their
font. Yeah.
and it looks like it says Mine Shart.
Yeah, mine shark.
Yeah.
I
But
think that's what really started World War II.
Yeah, the Mine Shart.
That was a secondary book to Hitler's well-known book,
Man, you're really going back to the
And-
Germany thing. I
and
should
he-
never even said anything.
and he crapped his pants, and Churchill and everybody else made fun of him, and so he titled it Mine Shark.
Nice.
Anyways,
Anyway, they have a good fish fry, and it's quite affordable. And then the other one was a show, or a place that I did a show one time. I don't even know the city that's in. Probably could look it up. Maybe it's like Birchwood or something like that, way northwest Wisconsin. But
Beat.
it was called Mary's Bluegill.
that's what I got
Bar.
on Friday. I got bluegill.
Yeah?
The lady yelled at me because she said I ordered the last of it.
Oh, well, that's not your fault.
Well, no, and she was rude to somebody on the phone, too, because she was like,
Dean Berg Comedy just ate the last.
no, she was just like, "I don't know. We're really busy. So if you want some, you better get here. I'm not taking orders over the phone, and we're only serving until we run out." And this guy just bought the last of the bluegill.
It just sounds like she doesn't want to be there.
No, she didn't.
She's probably the wife of the owner, and she never wanted to own a bar, restaurant, whatever. And now
I
she's
feel like her
stuck
name
with
should be Patty.
Carol.
Maybe.
Karen?
No.
No, that's too cliche.
Anyways, carry on. I'm
But
really
yeah,
taking us
so-
off track
yeah,
today.
So Mary's Bluegill Bar and Grill, where like Birch something.
Wait, does Barry have bluegills?
No. But man, that was the best fish fry I've ever had in my entire life. Like I would do another comedy show there and just work for
Work for fish?
Yeah, I would.
Oh, wow.
Like it was good. And I
Well-
still and we got paid for the show, and then the owner came out. I don't know if it was Mary. It was just another lady. She's like, "Oh, we thought you guys would like this too," and then gave us gift certificates for the bar. So, yeah.
Did you go back?
Oh, I still have some credits, so I
Nice.
should go back. But I think it's like a 4-hour drive from here.
Nice.
But it's worth it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, I like the bowling alleys here. Both of them have pretty good fish fry.
I think that's kind of an ongoing trend. Usually bowling alleys have good fish fry for some reason.
I've heard.
Would they be pinfish? Okay.
Like you hyperventilating to your own joke.
I know. I was waiting for a bigger bang.
I was trying to come up with something
I know.
to come back, but I just didn't have it at that moment.
If you don't have your one fish fry, you can always get a spare.
Ooh.
See, it's getting worse. We got to get to the comedy tip.
The comedy tip is don't do that. Whatever Carl just did. That's the tip.
See, this is why I don't do like stuff on the fly. It's got to be written down, and I got to go over it several times.
That's fair. So the comedy tip of the week.
Let's wait. Hold on. Before we do that, how long did we make them wait from what we said? 13 minutes.
How long?
13 minutes.
Since we said we were starting it?
Yeah.
Yeah. My TikTok algorithm changed. No, I'm just kidding. Since the ban.
Okay, let's get to the tip
anyway.
before people
All right,
kill us.
Okay, I don't know if they really care about the tip that much anymore.
Well, I guess there's a couple comics that listen, and
I know they do.
Maybe they get something out of it.
But this, we do it at the beginning, and then they hear the comedy tip, and then they're like, "These guys don't know what they're talking about." Bye. Now they got to wait a little bit longer before they do that.
So they decide that we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. No. I was thinking about it the other day, and pandering, like to the audience, like it has its place and that sort of thing. But there are certain aspects of it where it's really cringy.
I think it depends on the role of who's doing it too.
Well, like so, I was at a show. You were there, and there was the closer, headliner, whatever you want to call them. And everyone else had a pretty good night, I felt.
Yeah, crowd was reactive and
it
having
was crickets for this person. Absolute crickets, like nothing. They were doing like their,
fun. Standard type, not necessarily type 5, but
yeah,
closer set, but
yeah. And they were going to all their old faithfuls and things. Nothing.
Yeah.
And they were barely into their set. And they immediately started pandering.
Yeah.
Like, let's hear it for all the other comics. Let's hear it for the venue and the staff. Let's hear it for...
you for being here.
Yeah, let's hear it for the Golden Girls used to be on TV. You know what? Like, they were just, like, going all over. And I'm like, where is this going?
It was bailing.
It was literally one of the most painful sets I've seen. And I've seen a lot of sets from people doing it the very first time or whatever. This was somebody I haven't seen a lot perform, but had seen them a couple times before. And they literally, like, they didn't even do a 10th of the amount of time they were supposed to.
Right.
Started pandering, and then just was like, okay, you guys suck, and left.
Yeah. It was
was
unprofessional.
It was extremely unprofessional.
And like and just to get back to the pandering part, like there is an aspect of the show that's important. Like you should have the host, not the headliner, say that at the end after the headliner's done, going up, say thank you and get home safe and all that kind of thing. Take care of the staff. Thanks for coming out. The headliner shouldn't be saying that line. That just means they don't have the material.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what it seemed like. Like I had seen this person do a little bit longer sets.
15 minutes at least. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. And this was literally like, I'd say 90 seconds in, they started going to like their closing stuff and it wasn't working. And they were just like, okay, you guys suck, bye.
Yeah. The pandering.
Well, yeah, the pandering in between. But even the pandering wasn't
great. They weren't enthused by it.
No, they were just like, yay, hooray, yay.
And, like, of course they're going to clap for themselves. Say, thanks for coming out. Give yourselves a round of applause. Of course they're going to clap.
Yeah.
But, like...
they're not going to be like, we suck. Get off the stage.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no. And I think this individual went to, like, their main banger after the pandering and nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it...
I mean, and that happens. I mean, you have jokes that you tried multiple times and usually work.
Yeah.
Sometimes you are in front of an audience that just doesn't click, but I think it didn't click because of all the stuff that went before it.
And I wanted it like, I wanted to hurt more for them, but I just couldn't. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
wanted to feel bad for them in a way, but...
I mean, it was a true definition of bombing on stage.
And it showed...
In the worst way.
And it showed that person's, like, professionalism and character that I guess I didn't expect.
Yeah.
I do view them differently now. Not gonna lie. I don't, like, hate them or think they're a bad person or anything, but I'm just kind of like... I'd be hesitant to book them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, I like to give people more than one chance or whatever, but just some behavior that I've seen too, I was just kind of like, I don't know. So if you're listening at home and you think we're talking about you,
We probably are.
I was just going to say we're probably not.
No, we probably are.
Stop it. It's probably not you. If I told you who it was, you'd be like, oh?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of people would be like,
Skinny Tom Segura. Just kidding.
I think a lot. That was it. I think a lot of people would be a little bit shocked. But anyways, I don't want to get people paranoid or think I'm talking trash about anybody. It's probably
it's just observational, honestly.
yeah, and it's probably nobody you know. We'll just say that.
Yeah. It's just kind of interesting, though, right? Because it seems a lot of times other comics think that the comics that are in the audience aren't listening. But, I mean, I feel like we listen more than the normies, you know? Like, it seems like that's the kind of feedback you hear from other scenes and things like that. Oh, the comics don't pay attention, don't care, or whatever. But I don't know. I always listen to people perform.
Yeah, and I'll give out a support laugh. Like, you know, some comics you've heard their stuff 1,000 times. You know where it's going or whatever. Sometimes it's still, you know.
If it's really, really good, oh man, it still gets you.
Yeah,
it
still gets you. But I'll do like a support laugh, and I don't want to make that sound like, you know, it's a pity laugh, because it's not a pity laugh.
Right. It's support, because it's like it is good writing, right?
Yeah, and it's to
a good
help
joke.
the audience know, like, there it was, ha ha ha, yeah, you know, or whatever. And I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I think I was more in shock of where it was going.
Yeah. I just wanted to see kind of how it played out. Like, can they fix this themselves or not?
Well, yeah, like if you saw like somebody was about to walk into something or walk off a cliff or something, and normally you'd yell, "Wait, stop, no, don't." But you were just like, I can't believe this person is doing that.
Yeah.
And again, it's not anybody you know.
Yeah.
It's not anybody we've worked with recently at all.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. And the first person that you think it might be, it's not them.
It could be the second person.
Maybe the fifth.
How about the seventh?
Yeah, probably that too.
Okay.
But anyhow, I don't want anybody to think I'm calling them out or anything, but it was just an example of when pandering, it was cringy. Like
everybody knew that they bailed and they were just trying to have some sort of like applause in a sense, it seemed like.
Well, even after they got off and you guys suck, bye.
Yeah. It just, yeah.
Yeah, you know, they just blame the audience right away, who was on point most of the night.
Yeah. I mean, we both had sets that night, and yeah, we did fine.
Yeah,
better than fine. I don't want to sound like braggadocious, but I mean, had good sets.
I felt good about my set. I thought the crowd was a crowd, like, you know,
but like it was not just comics; it was normies, and they were having a good time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, it was people who had showed up to see comedy.
And they knew that they were seeing comedy. That sometimes seems to be the thing too.
You know, and I've heard this several times too, but you know, you like somebody in the crowd was like, "I thought the last person is supposed to be funny."
Yeah, I've heard that a couple times.
And I was just like, "Oof."
Yeah, but I mean, it is.
God, we're negative today.
Well, no, I'm gonna try to put a positive spin here.
Do it. I can't.
I mean, it is really their job to make it be funny, but sometimes it's tough. Like, especially if you're doing an open mic situation like that, and you're closing at an open mic, right? And a different situation, like.
Oh yeah.
Because some open mics will have.
I was like, well, I don't know if this was an open mic or not.
Well, I'm just saying, like if you if you go to Skyline, right?
Yeah.
They have a designated closer, right?
Yeah.
And an open mic, again, people have to remember that it is a show, but it's also
rehearsal,
practice. Yeah. And you're trying stuff out. But usually, if you, it seems like usually if you get the closing spot, you are trying to do your best stuff or a new way of doing your best stuff. It doesn't always work that way, but it's late. Like you're trying to win a crowd that might be exhausted.
And they did have more than the usual number of comics on this particular show, so maybe that had something to do with it. But the person before did, sometimes comics will get angsty or whatever and tell the comic before you killed the audience,
Right.
Or something like that. But this was not that.
Right. And it seems like, though, I'm going to go back to the open mic for a second. Sometimes you'll get a person before you, and they do. They try something that didn't work at all, and that's okay. Because you're
it's
trying
fine.
stuff out.
Yep.
But it definitely, you're spending your set then, instead of really trying to work on the things that you wanted to try to win back the room. And it's
Well,
not,
especially when it's like some open mics. You gave me a frustrated face because I interrupted you.
no, I'm not frustrated.
Oh,
I'm just thinking.
You just kind of went. No. No, I'm just kidding. Well, and especially when it's an open mic that is used by like comedy clubs and stuff like that to get yourself booked. You want to be funny,
And you want to always pretty much have a good set. Like,
yeah.
Like that was.
I mean, this wasn't that, but
right. I mean, that's kind of always been like my mentality for like at least my first 2 years. Anytime I would go to Skyline, particularly because I mean that is the nearest actual comedy club, right?
Yep.
I'd always try to be like, okay, let's just do the good, like the stuff that I've tested at other mics, performed on shows enough, right?
Yep.
And just have a really good set. But I was realizing that wasn't necessarily the best thing for me. It wasn't the growth opportunity I needed. So like now, pretty much all my sets there are all new stuff every time. There might be one banger in there just if I feel like I want to have a really high note, but I'm really trying to get like that new stuff to hit off well on the first go.
Yeah.
And that's kind of more what that mic seems to be like for me now is like, all right, let's really actually try just new stuff.
Yep.
But have it be a banger right off the bat. And not everything is. That would be in crazy.
What do you mean, Carl?
I mean, that
I'm
would be
kidding.
crazy if that was the case. I probably would be a bigger comic and traveling more if that was the case. But I just feel like that's the most useful for me now. And I've consciously made this thought every time I'm there. Because one thing you see often at mics, when people come up and they don't really have a starting joke, they'll ask the crowd how they're doing. Well, there's 20 other comics on the show, and the first 19 asked how you're doing. If I
I thought you meant like they asked the crowd like, how am I doing so far?
no, you're
I
asking
know
them
like,
how they're doing,
like,
and it's
hey,
like
how's everybody doing?
they were fine after 4 minutes ago when the last comic asked.
All right.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like I consciously make the thought, don't do that unless it's specifically a joke. Like
Yeah,
if I have a
don't-
joke to it.
I don't.
I feel
I
like
don't
if
think
you,
I do that anymore. I used to, but it was just kind of like me to make sure my voice still worked.
Yeah, it is kind of like a mic check in a way.
Yeah.
I guess, but I mean, we know that they're doing fine or they're not because everybody keeps asking them that.
Yeah. Like I
But-
was good 5 minutes ago. Now I'm not.
Yeah.
It's like whenever somebody keeps asking you if you're mad and you're not mad, but they ask you so many
say
times
4
you get mad. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 4's that magic number, I think. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of a pandering thing too, and it kind of tells me like you don't really know how to get started with your set if
Yep.
that's the way you're doing it after everyone else has already asked.
Yeah.
How is everyone doing tonight? You see,
Yeah.
it's just something you notice after so many people do it. And you're like, I really gotta not do that myself.
Yeah, like I'd even do a variation of it sometimes where I'd be like, hey, how you doing tonight? And I'd sometimes be like, what's up, guys? Or whatever. But I even stopped doing that. I usually just jump right in now.
Yeah, it is hard though because
It is.
It is awkward to just. So
But
the
because
other day I was
it's-
at the.
It's a greeting that you don't even
Yeah, it's-
care to have an answer to.
Yeah, and you're not even looking for an answer. You're just trying to start.
Like,
seems like.
when I would see somebody in public and they'd be like, oh, hey, Dean. I'd be like, hey, how's it going? And then I
Right.
just keep walking.
Yeah, you're not
Because
expecting an answer.
I'm not really asking you,
Right.
how's it going?
And if someone says, "Oh, I'm not doing so great," you didn't want to know that. You
No.
just want.
I had a professor in college who recently passed away, But he would actually, like, if somebody said, hey, how's it going? He would actually stop and start telling them, it's not, it's going good, this happened or whatever. And he said people would actually act shocked, like, yeah,
They're not expecting that.
yeah,
Which, in a way, is comedy, right? Because the big part of comedy is that surprise. Like, you didn't expect that to happen.
bands do that too, though. Like, if you go to like any music festivals, they do the same thing. They'll be like, how's it going, Chicago? And the band before them just did it.
It seems a little different, though, because usually you're not having a 4-minute
That's
song.
true.
I mean, it is a longer gap, and it does feel like it's a completely different show in a way.
I used to always answer them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd you
Well, like,
answer?
if they'd be like, how's it going, Green Bay? Or wherever I was, I would usually, like, start. I'd be like, everybody around me would look at me like I'm crazy. I'd be like, it's going okay. My car's acting up a little bit. I bought a pair of pants, and I thought they looked good on me, but they just make me look like a potato. And I would just keep talking and talking and talking. And I would just keep going. And then people would look at me and be like, what? They asked how we were doing, so I'm telling them.
It would be funny if, like, the band actually just didn't even
Stopped and started listening.
and
they started to have a conversation.
Yeah, they were very intrigued, and they leaned in and like, oh, thanks for sharing, Dean. I really appreciate that. Nobody ever tells us how they're doing.
Yeah, nobody ever actually answers that question. Thanks a lot. Actually, I was like, I'd be like way back in the nosebleeds, so the only thing I'd be doing is
bothering
annoying
everyone
around me. Like, I just missed an awesome guitar riff because you're still rambling. Yeah,
it's the whole, you're ready to rock.
Oh yeah, they'll be like, "Are you ready to rock and roll?" I'll be like, "Not quite yet. Can I have like 5 minutes? I just really need to get my thoughts cleared." And
Yeah, you didn't give us any warning you were coming out. I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
ready
just
to
like,
rock and roll right
No,
now. I need
ready right now.
Yeah, let me warm up my rock and roll.
Yeah. So pandering, it has its place. It's not gonna save you if you're not doing so well.
Right.
Now watch, I'm gonna have a show where I'm just sucking, so I'm just gonna start pandering. Like, let's hear it for people wearing socks. I like socks. You guys like socks?
Well, sometimes those are actually kind of bits because I have like.
Yeah, I know.
I tried one time just to kind of randomize it, I guess, in a way. And I was just like,
Yeah.
so who here likes to eat food?
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like,
I mean,
everybody
that was
should,
different. Like,
but-
I did that when that bus showed up with old people.
Yeah.
Like the 2 buses that they came for a free comedy show.
Yeah, we kind of got to explain a little bit more about this because it was just a weird
That
instance.
was weird. So it was at the Skyline.
Yeah.
And
And we met up with Rob Breckenridge. Yeah.
Yep.
A very legendary local comedian that does actual shows.
He's on Amazon Prime. He's got
a dry bar special.
He's got dry bar special.
800-pound gorilla.
Yeah, maybe we'll have him on sometime.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, it would be fun.
We were just meeting up with him. We needed
good
to
guy.
work on, I think, a promo or something.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a promo for a show or something we were doing.
And he was just like, I'll stick around for the mic. Maybe I'll do some time too.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, I mean, they get people here and there. Like, it's on and off depending on the week. But all of a sudden,
People just piling in.
Yeah, it was
the
like-
elevator open, so to get there, you have to take this elevator up to the 3rd floor.
I think it's the only 3rd floor comedy club in the country too, right? Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I thought that was always like an interesting feature trivia fact, I guess, about
Okay.
Skyline is they're the only 3rd floor comedy
I'm not going to
club.
fact check that as long as you don't fact check that I'm, Redbeard the pirate.
I'm not going to fact check you.
That I'm, or whatever I said earlier.
It's just this is a 2-man show, Dean. We're not paying anybody for fact checking or anything.
I don't know, the new picture of Andy Kaufman over there, he's looking at me kind of weird.
He's like, you guys
"Ooh."
should pay for fact checking.
Yeah, you guys should. But anyways, the elevator opens up and like a clown car of old people just kept coming.
There's probably 10 or so a dozen
Per load.
Elevators though.
Yeah.
Which is uncommon. I mean, again, there's definitely been nights where it's been a full decently full crowd.
We didn't
but
talk about this on air already.
I don't
did
think
we?
so. I don't think so.
Well, if we did, we apologize. If you
Yeah,
didn't hear it,
it is a
coming
good
again.
story.
It is. It's a fun story. But yeah, they just kept coming and coming and coming, and then we found out from bus driver or somebody
Yeah, we were
that
talking-
they were like a
Nursing home.
and they're from Illinois.
Yeah, which is crazy. That
That they
got
came that far, but they they were doing their activities and they decided like there's going to be a free comedy show. We're going to stop at it.
All right. I'm not trying to interrupt you, but you're missing a very important detail here. So
one?
they weren't just looking for an activity to do. They were part of a bus tour.
Yeah.
Where they basically kidnap them and take them to random places.
Oh yeah, we're going to go have a fun day today.
Yeah, and then they take them all the way up to Appleton, Wisconsin from Central Illinois. So
Well,
like
they
6
did-
hours.
they did other stuff,
Yeah, they did
too.
other stuff too. But their end of their night was, hey, you're gonna go to a comedy open mic.
Well, I don't even know if they knew it was an open mic.
Yeah, they knew. They're like, yep, you're going to an open
I think it
mic.
was just free. So
well, it was free, but
yeah.
they wanted to. They also said, hey, you're going to an open mic. So if any of you want to sign up, you can. And they're like, no.
They said that?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think the guy's name was Frank. Frank, thanks for the information. Appreciate it.
I did not know that. Yeah, so I couldn't have shared that bit of information because I didn't know that.
Okay.
But anyways, so tons, like packed, like
I would say there's probably
I don't think
60
it was-
to 70 just
between the regular people that come and the
No, I'm
comics.
just saying, just of the 60 or 70 of just the
No, I know.
nursing home people.
Yeah, there wasn't. It was like nowhere to sit. People were standing.
Yeah.
This is really dragging out. But anyway, so it was interesting because
It was probably the most interesting open mic night I've probably had in a while.
they were falling asleep. There was a couple of edgelords that went up that were
a lot of edgelords
that were really pushing, the envelope, and
they definitely pushed it.
And I think some of the audience from the nursing home were just kind of like, "Ooh, that was vulgar,"
Yeah.
or whatever. And so then I'm like, "Oh man, I don't know what to do." And I know I have stuff that they would like and whatever. So I grabbed my old book that I used to write all my little jokes and notes in. I decided to take it up with me, and I went up to the mic, and just real meek, would that be the term? Maybe?
Timid.
Timid.
I think.
I acted timid, and I just opened up my notes, and there was like dead silence, like almost awkward.
Yeah.
And then I was looking through my notes, and I was just like, okay. Step number 1. Relate to the audience. And I just kind of looked around and scanned the room kind of slowly. And I'm like, so holding up the grocery store to pay with exact change is pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
And then they all started laughing.
I was gonna say because I didn't go up that
I
night.
threw up a couple other ones too,
Yeah.
but I won't say them all. Check out the clip.
Yeah,
It's
I was gonna say
out there somewhere.
I put my name in the bucket list, but I didn't get picked for that night. But yeah, you were really the only one that won them. Like you definitely crushed that entire set. And then even though this isn't allowed,
I was hoping you were going to go here.
yeah, it wasn't. It's not allowed. And it was interesting that this dynamic is even a thing with nursing home people. But the one lady pulls out her phone and records you for Snapchat, which
Yeah, she like took a picture or recorded or whatever.
recorded a little clip, and she sent it to I guess all of her girlfriends, and she had said, "This guy's funny."
Well,
And-
I was really hoping she was sending it to like her grandson or something.
You got to see this guy.
Yeah, or she was like, "Oh look, I saw Jack Black today."
Yeah, it could have been something like that. But
I'm sure she thought I was somebody else,
I thought it was.
or maybe she thought it was me.
I
don't
was
know.
laughing really hard when I saw that though, and your set was funny too in the material. But I was laughing so hard because I was like, I didn't even know somebody over like the age of 65 could even have Snapchat.
That's what made me think she was like sending it to like a grandkid or
Maybe,
something.
yeah, keeping that streak alive.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she was like, "Oh, this guy, I know this guy," but I really hope she thought I was someone else.
It would have been funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the closest you look to is Jack Black for sure. So,
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Maybe she thought like, "Oh, it's that blackjack guy my grandson talks about."
see, if you would have went skadoosh, it probably would have
Skadoosh.
sealed the deal in.
I was, or maybe it was like, "Oh, that's that Dave Chappelle guy."
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, like then pandering worked. Like I did like 3 or 4 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well, it was just knowing, hey, the majority of the crowd here.
and they were falling asleep, and they
Yeah,
were.
it was tough to watch
People were just like walking out, going back on the bus sometimes.
or just laying in front of the bus. I don't know, something. But that's the thing, though. It's like, especially for an open mic, you do got to be really present, though. Like if you realize that 80% of the audience is retirees, you might need to change up what you're going to do for that night if you want to have like success that's useful or go over material that's useful. Because I just remember, these guys talking about eating butt. And it was just,
And they're probably like, "Oh, I make a great pork butt. I put it in the
just
slow cooker."
it didn't work. And you can literally hear people.
You didn't have to
just,
censor the word butt because of ass, but whatever.
I don't know. You know how I feel about swearing sometimes, but
I know.
I mean, I can do it. I'll try it. Butt cheek, no ass.
my favorite. I was in a business meeting one day, and we had this newer guy, super clean cut, like his hair always in perfect spot. He looked like he should be wearing a bow tie, like Alfalfa from
the Little Rascals.
Little Rascals,
Yeah.
or something, just very, very appropriate. And in the environment I was in, there's a lot of swearing all the time, F-bombs and stuff like that. And I think he was trying to be like, to fit in. And I don't remember what we said or what was going on. And he was trying to swear. And I said something like, "Oh, this XYZ happened and we got to do this next time." And he was like, "Well, fuck."
It was really hard for him to say.
He had to push through the filter. He had to push through the gates. He had to,
just wanted to fit in so bad. Yeah.
He had to storm the gates of Mordor, or whatever he had to do. He was just like, fuck. It was so unnatural. But anyways, that's how Carl swears.
Yeah. Well, I use them sparingly because I feel like there's a couple jokes I have to. Like if I don't do it, if I don't swear in the joke,
it doesn't work.
It doesn't work at all. But like
You do it too much too, it doesn't work either.
right, but that's why I feel like using it sparingly makes it just stand out more and more emphasis. One, because at that point everyone's like, "Ooh, this guy's like squeaky clean." Oh,
And then also,
wait,
bam.
bam, and then that's the surprise shock factor.
Yep.
And that's like when people are like, "I'm just trying to shock people," the edgelords. Like that's how you do it. Is not if every word you're saying is an F-bomb.
Well, some of those edgelords too, they're like when you open an email from your friend, they're like, "Check this video out," and you open it up and it's like a Mexican cartel beheading or something. You're like,
Wait, you have friends that send you emails?
whatever, Carl.
You get that fax of each individual frame of the beheading?
Yes. It still has dial-up, so it's just like, and you gotta watch
That
it.
was pretty good. That was pretty good.
You gotta watch it slowly start to load. Yeah,
Yeah.
I still have friends that do
Line
that.
by line.
Yeah, I met them all at that show at the Skyline when they all really came. That's
Yeah.
where I met them. But
See, I knew
anyways,
they followed you before.
right, they knew where I was. I sent them there. But anyways, so you were talking about eating ass. Where are you going?
No, I was just saying that there was comics that didn't pay attention to other people before
sure.
them say like similar topics, so they just kept going on with it, and you could just hear a lot of the old people in the audience audibly go, "Ugh," like not engaged
He's
in a good
talking
way.
about eating poopy holes.
Right,
Yeah.
and it's just like pay attention to what other people are doing so you can change, and then people are like, "Oh, I like that guy," and they'll talk about you and they'll want to talk to you afterwards.
Yeah.
But again, sometimes it's the experience thing. Like you don't know that if you're just doing it have only done it a couple times or first time for sure, right? But like I don't know, I feel like people that have been doing it as long as you and I have, we're conscious about that.
I try to be. Yeah.
Yeah, present in the moment, and they probably that was their set list for the night, but
Yep.
have a backup plan. Like figure out what you can do. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like I'll come up with the set list that I want to do at Skyline, and I think for my next one, it's like I have like 9 bits on there. I'm not going to get through all 9
Right.
in the 4 minutes, but
Right.
well, how am I going to piece this together to where it makes sense in my brain to like, okay, this connects here. How can I do that? I have to kind of be on the fly and pay attention.
Yeah, I've totally switched gears right on stage. Like, I'll have something in my mind. I'm like, I'm going to go through this, and this. And I try to mold it together. We talked about that before, about how my method, I guess. But sometimes I'll just, like, switch it up. Like, I'll just be like, nope, call an audible.
Yeah.
And I'll just...
And that's a lot with, like, the riffing, too, right? Like, someone will do something before you, and you just think of that great killer line that... All right, kills what you planned for, but boom, you start off strong. I remember, for me, it was one time where this guy was talking about he had the hots for this real estate lady, and she would throw flyers all around town, and that's how she would people like throw flyers at people's businesses and stuff like that. Apparently, and I made the connection with me at the time because I was doing my money gun a lot, so I shoot. Nice. So I shoot my money gun and my bills with, if you follow me or know about me, I have bills with my face on it.
What? How come I've never seen these?
Oh, come on, Dean.
Like, I would have thousands of them that I would just find randomly in places that I'd be like, oh, that's one of Carl's bills. How delightful.
Yeah, I'm sure it was how delightful. Anyway, so...
Yeah, my other house on the other street, I still find them all over the place.
I've been hiding them in the walls. It's a gift for whoever buys that house from you. Anyway, so I already saw a connection there. And he was talking about this real estate lady and how he wants to take her out on a date and all that stuff. And just so in love with her. And then it kind of derailed. But then I was right after him, and I was like... shot the money gun off, and I was like, "Oh, my wife! I got this idea from my wife.
That was bad. I shouldn't have did that.
Who's in real estate and throws flyers all around town." And everyone had a good giggle about that. And then afterwards, I talked to the guy, and I was like, "Hey, that was a nice connection." He's like, "Oh, I didn't see it."
Oh yeah.
It was like, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Well, and when there was like. And there's certain types of pandering, too. Like, it's probably give it away, but I don't think he listens.
Hey, it sounds like, we were really teasing you with this tip, and boom, now look at us. We're like 40 minutes on this tip. So
yeah,
you asked for it. Yeah.
We're grinding this tip.
Yeah, I mean, and actually, we're at the longest episode we've ever had at this point, too. We're an hour and 20 minutes. Last week's was...
An hour and 21?
And something around there. But I know we're going to get there because we have a couple things that we just have to get to.
Talk about our sponsor?
Sponsor and shows. So.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, that's what we'll wrap it up in a little bit. So I hope you're still enjoying it and you're still here.
If you're driving somewhere, you're probably still listening.
Yeah, you're probably road hypnosis or whatever by now. But anyways, no, like, I mean, people might figure out who this is, but like... it didn't work for what the time was, but a comic also, so like a comedy shows, they tell you put your phone away, keep it on silent, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But he was like, okay, look something up on your phone. Everybody take out your phone. Take out your phone. I need you to look something up. You guys, you're not taking out your phones. Take out your phone. And this went on for a majority of the set.
Well, you do have to give him credit for trying something new.
I get what he was doing.
Yeah, but like...
But
if you're going to try something new, you can't like completely go the opposite of what the rules are of...
And kept like... Yeah. Pretty much the entire set was like, come on, I've only got like 30 seconds left. You guys aren't looking it up.
Which can be kind of funny, but if they're being serious, then it is
I thought it was
cringy.
A trap.
Yeah.
I really did. I thought it was going to be a trap. He's going to be like, look this up, look XYZ up, and bam, cartel beheading video.
And you'll get it faxed.
And it'll be on dial-up. No. Or like it was going to be something that was going to put a virus on your phone, and he's going to be like, ha, 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 that was funny. Because I didn't really know the guy. Haven't really seen that guy in a long time.
Yeah.
But anyways, so then somebody finally looked it up, and they're like, okay. And he's like, show me it. What is it? Show me it. And then they showed it to him, and he's like, hey, that's me.
Which I guess is kind of funny thinking about it that way. Post the set, not in the set itself, though, at the time. Probably not funny at all.
I get exactly what he was trying to do, And there was almost like I mentioned the picture of Andy Kaufman looking at me weird. There was almost a Kaufman-esque type style to it.
Like absurdity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can absolutely appreciate that. But I don't know, like it...
At the time, in the moment, you're like, this isn't working.
Well, and I don't know that I'd ever seen the guy before, and it felt like a trap.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to know who I'm talking about that have seen it, and I don't know if that guy actually listens or not, but he's going to know I'm talking about him. And I'm not... Man, I feel like I'm just trashing people today, and
You're
that's
not really
me.
trashing. You're just trying to encourage, like, try
I'm
the bit, but try it in a
I'm
different
trying
way.
to give examples. Yeah. So, like, try it in... I get where he was going. I get what he was doing. But it was just more and more was like, come on, take out your phones. And somebody was like, we're not supposed to.
Yeah.
You know, and they didn't know if they were going to get kicked out. Like, it was
Right.
just some kind of stunt for his TikToks
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah, and again, like we both just said that the concept is there's something there and it's funny, just that particular delivery didn't work, and
Yeah.
because I wasn't there, I just heard this secondhand from you, but it sounds cringy, like he was just not going to let it go until someone did it, instead of
Right. Like, if at some point he would have just said, okay, since you guys aren't going to do it, I'm going to do it. Or since you guys aren't going to do it, this is what you would see.
Right.
Because he didn't even get to finish where he was going from that. Because I get committing to the bit because I do that too.
Yeah.
But like his whole set was just like, take out your phones. What are you guys doing? You're wasting my time. Come on. And he was getting like more and more frantic.
which you are wasting time, because if that's not your desired outcome of what you were trying to do,
Yeah.
I mean, those 4
Is
minutes.
that- Go ahead.
I was just gonna say those 4 minutes are so valuable. It's like, it's not worth trying that if you can't grab them in that first 30 seconds of trying to do that. Bail
Right.
and go into something else. 'Cause
Right. Pauly Shore's mom, who
Mitzi Shore, yeah.
yep, who runs or does she still?
No, she's
the comedy
dead.
store.
She
oh,
died.
Oh, that's right. Rip. But anyways, her thing was like, if you can't make me laugh in the first 30 seconds or within the first minute, you're not funny.
Right.
And
She had that great like voice to say that.
Mhm.
You're not funny.
You're
Get off
not
the
fun-
stage.
Get off the stage. And she'd tell people that afterwards too. Is that pandering though? Like doing that, like take out your phone, take it. No, I guess not. No, because pandering is more of a like let's hear it for
praising, yeah.
this. Yeah, so,
That's more crowd
that
work.
was crowd work.
But it's not necessarily crowd work in a sense, because this could go. We could talk into this more in depth for another topic or tip for sure. But like, I get the idea that crowd work is not always just like interacting with the crowd. It's specifically looking for like one person,
Right.
or a table, couple, whatever,
Right.
and then asking them very specific questions like, what do you do for a living, where are you from? Like, that seems more crowd work. But like, if you're asking a question like one I do, that I guess I'm on the fence of whether it's crowd work or not, but I'll ask the audience, not specific person, just the audience in general, a question. And that bit for me is usually, you ever been on an airplane before?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm asking a question. I'm looking for a response.
Yep.
Whether you give me one or not, I have a way to respond to that, which is crowd work style, right? Because if you say, hey, yeah, I'm like, okay. And then I go into the next question. Or if nobody says anything, I'm like, so nobody's been on an airplane before? Nobody's ever left such and such, whatever. So it kind of leads going into the bit. And then I ask the next question and then opens the bit.
Yeah.
So... And it's the surprise from that second question that I think that why that bit has done so well, and is usually the bit that people have seen me from the beginning. That's the most memorable bit that they're like, oh, do that bit, do the
I
airplane
remember your
bit.
airplane bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and you get that a couple times for certain jokes. I'm sure you get that for shoelace, right?
All the time. I don't do it like even at a mic sometimes, and people are disappointed.
Yeah, which is crazy though,
It's
because
like obligatory. It's like play Free Bird,
or it's like
for Leonard
or it's
Skinner
like
or
Bert Kreischer taking off his shirt. He has to do it at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying we're not at the same level as that, but it's just
No.
like you eventually build that reputation of you got a bit that people really like. I get that one all the time for one of my only absurdist bits, I guess, is Tim the Bird.
Mm-hmm.
I get requests for that one specifically too.
I would actually, with my shoelace bit, I would like some point to stop doing it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I'm sick of it or anything, but then all of a sudden,
It's fresh again.
all of a sudden, like years later, like if I have a really strong fan base, and they're like, "Man, remember when he used to do that thing about Shoelace's cat?" And then all of a sudden, I like just kind of get my little shitty smirk I get sometimes.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, "So anybody got a cat?" And then
Yeah.
the crowd's just like, "Whoa, he's gonna do it!"
Yeah, it sounds like an encore thing.
Yeah.
Like you headline for a show and then you get off the stage or whatever, and then the host, and then before I go, anybody
Yeah,
got a cat?
yeah, or something like that, or just like, "Anybody got a cat?" And then, wow,
And then close with the bit, and yeah.
guy can dream.
Yeah, I feel like you could definitely get there with that. We're just
My favorite,
different opportunities.
my
to come
favorite
up.
crowd work story was from our good friend Joe Stapleton.
Yeah.
Poker Stars.
Yep. Which we'll have him on
Soon
in March. Yeah,
in March
so,
he'll be on. He'll be in town.
what is that? March 27th through the 29th. I
Yeah,
think is
something
what
like
we're
that,
trying
yeah.
to line up. So we're gonna have him on as a guest.
He will
which
be here
fun.
live.
And he's gonna be. We're gonna do a live from the Hive show in Fond du Lac for
Yep.
him. I think it's just gonna be us three for that one though. I think
That's
we're gonna.
okay.
I think we're gonna. I'll host. You'll feature, and Joe will headline, and we'll just kind of do it more traditional style. Because usually for our live from the Hives, you and I do maybe a 5-minute set, if that.
Yeah.
Just to kind of warm up the room.
They're
and
probably sick of us there by now, though.
maybe, but I mean, I have quite a bit new material that I'm working on. So
No, and I have like tons of new stuff. But it's just like, oh, this guy again.
yeah, I get that. But new year, let's just see what happens.
Yeah, we'll
I mean,
see.
they're going to be there for Joe.
Yeah,
for the
Joe,
most part,
Joe
but-
hasn't been there for a long time. He was there
A
when
year.
we used to do our live or our
Open mic. Yeah.
Open mic.
What did we call that? Funny money.
Oh yeah, funny money. But no, my favorite story that he, I don't remember if he was telling it to a group of us or if he was just telling it to me in the car one day. But he was at a mic, I think in L.A., and this guy's like, "I'm gonna do some crowd work today," and they're like, "Okay," and he goes up and he goes to the first people and he like looks at him and he's like, "You guys like movies? Huh? You like movies?"
I think I was there for this. Too.
Yeah.
Now that you remember
Yeah, I think you were in the car. And he's like, "You guys like movies? Huh? You like movies?" And they're like, "Yeah, we like movies." Okay. And then he goes to the next couple. "Yeah, how about you guys? You guys like movies?" Like, and he did that for his whole set.
Yeah.
And people were like, they weren't getting a lot of laughs, but Joe just was laughing his ass off. He couldn't stop laughing. He thought it was so funny. But anyways, it's not funny as I tell it.
Well,
But,
I mean,
but
it
I
is
can
funny.
I can just imagine. You know.
That's definitely sounds like playing to the back of the room, right? So the back
Yeah.
of the room means you're.
Yeah, I think it was one for the comics, one
Yeah.
for Joe anyway.
Yeah, pretty much just for Joe, I guess. But I like that stuff on occasion. But one that didn't work of a similar thing, you're going to remember this when we were down in Chicago. This guy talking about that we were all
at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah, that we were all water or something. And I mean, to his credit, right? We're still talking about it.
No.
So there's something there.
He
but
was getting laughs though.
yeah, I know, but it was so bizarre.
It was
and-
like ASMR. Listen to this on YouTube when you fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just like. So now
you're a waterfall.
you're in the water, but we're not drowning because we can breathe in the water, and there's horses in the water. You know, or whatever he
yeah,
was
it
doing.
was so random,
I
but-
thought it was funny.
Yeah, I mean, we both did, but I feel like it was a play to the back of the room thing because I feel
Yeah.
like the normies were gone at this point. 'cause
Oh, yeah,
I
'cause
think he ended.
They
it,
left
right?
just before my set. All of them.
Yeah,
mostly.
that was so crappy, but
Yeah.
but I mean, in Chicago, right? There's so many mics and
Yeah, they had to
things.
get. They were going.
Well,
over.
and just like they're like, oh, we've seen.
There were still
seen
people
enough
there, but
yeah,
a lot left.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
But I think he was the closer, if I remember right.
it might have been.
So it was just like, everybody left right
Well,
right
I was-
before Dean set, and then this is the guy that they got closing.
Well, and then I was just like, maybe that's why they left. They were like, oh, that guy. We don't
we don't need to see the water guy.
We don't need his ASMR. We see that all the time. I don't know, but
I guess
mean,
that's a negative with
I-
not posting a list though, right? That people could see
yeah,
because you're like, oh, I guess this is just Chicago people left, right? And then, okay, we've seen them before.
Yeah,
We
here
can go.
comes fresh Dean Berg. You've never seen him before.
Yeah, I don't know why they just didn't stop and then sit back down. They just must have had a time frame or something. But it was late. It was
It was getting late, yeah. I mean, there was still a decent crowd
Right,
there,
yeah.
but it was just like, where you guys all going?
It was it was just a noticeable group, and it clearly caught you a little distraught because I could see you're like, what the?
No, I actually literally said, where's everybody going?
Yeah.
And then they kept walking away. I was like, all right, fuck me, right? All right, let's keep going.
We only
then-
had a 6-hour round trip to get
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I'm only going to get home at 2 a.m. and have to go to work,
Yeah.
or whatever. That's fun.
Yeah, I want to go back. I just we know better now of how to do stuff, and which I've never done this before. I've never asked to bump anybody, but I would ask for us to go earlier.
Well, we were invited,
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying
so it was a little different. It was like a show, but not like a show.
yeah. But I would just say, can we get closer to the top instead of near the end? Not that we wouldn't stick around and listen to everybody, but just we want to be there with the fresh crowd, not
Yeah.
people are like, oh, we got to get to the other mic or whatever.
Yeah. It was kind of funny too, like when I speaking of Joe Stapleton, Poker Stars, when I messaged him the other day, I hadn't messaged him in a little while, and I should know, I mean, he's a close enough friend of ours that I should know he has my number. But I texted him and I was like, hey Joe, it's Dean. And then I was like, hey, you want to do the show that we're going to do, and you want to be a guest on the podcast, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, first of all, motherfucker. And he's like, I know who this is. And then I was just like, I know. And then he was just like, he's like, and it's about time you asked. He was like pissed. We haven't asked him to like do a show in a while or be on the podcast. And then I don't know. It was just kind of like one of those. I was like, oh.
I mean, it is nice.
Joe's my friend.
Yeah, it is nice to hear that he wants to do stuff with us. I don't know. I always feel like if I'm reaching out to someone like Joe, I don't want to be a bother. I don't want to be an annoyance. Like reaching out too much or too often. But on the other hand, he does like us, and I think, and we see each other as friends. So yeah. But yeah, sometimes I've wanted to reach out with somebody that I've worked with before, but I'm like, one, do they care or even remember who I am? And two, I don't want to come off as annoying because then they're not going to want to do anything with me.
Well, and I do that a lot, actually. Like
be annoying or
yes, entirely. Well, like I used to talk and get tips and stuff from like Graham Elwood, longtime comedian, LA, all over the place kind of guy. And I messaged him not that long ago. Mm-hmm. And I felt like I was bothering him, just checking in, because it doesn't even matter who you are. I always feel like I'm bothering somebody.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
I'll message my brother and I'll feel like I'm bothering him, or whatever. Even though I know I'm not. He's probably like, holy Christ, I haven't heard from him in forever, or whatever. But it doesn't matter who they are. Like, I just feel that way. Like even Swoggle, if I message Swoggle, I'd be like, I don't want to message Swoggle. I'm probably bothering him. He's probably doing some crazy, awesome wrestling thing right now.
He's probably getting a shot at WrestleMania.
Or
he's in the middle of a match for a title.
Yeah, he's probably sitting there in the locker room, and he probably is saying to all the other awesome wrestlers and stuff like that. He's probably like, phone goes off, and he'll be like, was that my phone? And then LA Knight's like, yeah. And and he looks at it.
You mean wah?
Wah. 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 Yeah.
That's kind of like a mix of like LA Knight and Wario. Wah. Wah.
Wah. Wah. But anyways, and I just imagine him doing something like awesome, and then he'll be like, oh, Jesus Christ. It's this guy. Message me again. Spent like 18 hours with him in a car. We bonded.
And now he just... He's a clinger. He's a stage work clinger.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him forever. Now he messages me. What a freak. And it doesn't matter. Like, I'll message a cousin or something too, or whatever, and I'll be like, they're probably sitting.
Dean's probably trying to get us to go to a comedy show again.
Here's Dean being needy, even though I haven't talked to them in years or whatever. You know, same deal. You want to keep going? I got more.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can. I mean, we're hour and 37 minutes. It's officially definitely the longest episode we've ever done. We do need to talk about some upcoming shows.
Sponsors.
And our sponsor.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's up to you.
Before we get to that,
I'm good to keep going.
Me too. I feel good. I mean, I know it's late, and
I mean, maybe this is like our marathon episode. I mean,
we're practicing.
Like, I probably could call in sick to work tomorrow. We could just do a 24-hour podcast episode. It's not like live, so nobody's gonna call in. It would be weird if you did. But
at some point, Jess will send out a search party.
Well, really? Because
I mean, I already feel bad because the little guys probably. I usually try to catch them before they went to bed. They're probably in bed now,
or they're staying up waiting for Dad.
Yeah,
that's just how it is. They're just guys. You're just gonna have to stay up late tonight. That's it.
Yeah, Maverick's probably looking out the window. Jess is like, "Do you see Daddy?" And he's like, "Wow."
And definitely, if your sleep schedule's all messed up, kiddos, don't wake up Dad. Leave him alone. He's doing a great job. He's doing podcasting and comedy and stuff. So just wake up Mom.
He works hard.
Yeah, he works hard for the money.
She does a lot of stuff around the house.
He works hard for the money.
She's good about stuff. I mean, she does a lot of things. She takes care of good job taking care of the kids and cleaning, except for the couple of little spots over here.
I was trying to get you an out of that before, but now it's too late. I mean, like you definitely have buried yourself on that one. So
it's not the first time.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I feel bad that it's a little bit late, but I don't know. I feel like we're rolling. I'm having fun. I'm more comfortable. It's not warm in here.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a test to see,
Yeah.
just how long we can go. And it's always kind of funny because I'm not saying that, we need to cut it short, but I always say, hey, let's do a shorter episode this week.
I bet you if you're like, let's do a long one, Dean, we're going to do 5 hours, 20 minutes later. Okay, everybody, bye, or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyhow, that was not the bye.
No, that was the fake buy. That was first buy, and then you'll have second buy, like a Hobbit.
Yeah,
with mealtime.
Third buy.
No,
I guess I wanted to talk about it before I forgot. But when you were like in school, 5th, 6th grade, going into middle school kind of thing, usually anywhere from 10 to 12.
Well, hold on. What is classified as middle school for when you went to school? Because I've heard that it's different.
7th and 8th grade.
Okay, that was the same for me. Because I've heard 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th as middle school.
9th is high school.
Yeah, well, I mean, we went through the same thing. But I'm just saying, I've heard from other people that 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th were middle school.
I've heard 8th and 9th are sometimes junior high.
Yeah, that too.
Instead of middle school.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we were on the same.
It might even be, I guess I did in middle school a little bit, but what kind of daydreams did you have? Like when you would just be randomly sitting there in class or riding in a car?
Daydreams. Probably mostly video games. Probably just like,
really?
How am I going to continue on with this game and beat this level? I was in jazz band too, so I would think about rocking out on a improv solo for jazz band. And
like you just be thinking about it?
Yeah. Probably what was for lunch that day. Hoping it was Texas Roadhouse butter. Yeah, just the butter. No, I mean, I was pretty studious, so I didn't really break into daydreaming too much, I think. I read a lot, so I don't know. Why? Where was this question leading? What did you want me to say so it could lead back to you?
I don't know what Freud would say about this. Boy. But I would have I'd just be sitting there and start staring off and start daydreaming about like being the hero in a situation,
okay.
like saving the school or something like that.
So and would it be like a Christmas Story with Ralphie and the Red Ryder BB gun where he's thinking he's the
yeah, kind of.
I'm gonna get you, Black Bart, or whatever.
Kind of.
Yeah, okay.
But when I was in school, the biggest fear was the Russians. Cold
duck
War.
and cover. Yeah.
Cold War. Yeah, we would have those drills, all that sort of stuff. And it would always be for me like the movie Red Dawn?
Oh, I love
Like,
both. I love both actually.
Yeah, the original was the Russians,
Yep.
invading the U.S. I would always have a dream of something like that, or some bad guy, even if it was like a pro wrestler, like Andre the Giant coming into the school, and just like me saving the day. Like, there would always be like an announcer though, like Gorilla Monsoon or Jesse the Body Ventura would always be calling the play-by-play in my head. But it would always be like, oh, the Russians are coming, and I would just be hitting them with wrestling moves.
Okay.
And doing all these things to like save the day. And I always have like these daydreams, like random daydreams of saving the day. In all different kinds of scenarios. I imagine it would be the equivalent now of like me daydreaming I would stop a school shooter.
Sure.
Or something like that. Like it was, I don't know, I was just making breakfast the other day, and it just popped into my head. I was like, man, I used to daydream about that a lot.
Do you think with that, especially with the wrestling moves, do you think that's what influenced you to get into like MMA, cage fighting?
Probably.
Because you wanted to live out that fantasy, right? Of
Maybe. Because there's like,
taking out the bad guy.
There's like, if you can see it, you can will it, it can be real.
Yeah. Put it into
But these
fruition.
were just like so absurd. Like Russians running up the back steps at school and me just running off the top of the steps and drop kicking them all and taking them all out.
Yeah.
And, all the nuns clapping, yay, he's not from the devil, he's good. Or whatever.
Did you have like a vigilante? Was this more vigilante style or hero?
Like Batman doing wrestling moves.
Yeah. So did you have a name that you gave yourself, or you just like, I'm just Dean Berg?
No, I was just Dean Berg.
Okay.
And they always ended with like the news being there.
And interviewing you.
Yeah, and like interviewing me or being like, like panning the school, like today the school was attacked by Andre the Giant or, the Russians or whatever. And,
Thwarted by Dean Berg.
Yeah, and I'm just standing there, maybe mildly bruised or beat up, but just kind of like, hey.
Did you have your chest puffed out and with your hand on the hip kind of thing?
Yeah, or whatever.
Looking off.
Like standing like Superman, like, da-da-da-da, and that would happen like so often.
And then there'd be a pile of bodies, not dead, but just stacked on top of each other with like marker X's on their eyes.
No, that's straight out of the Christmas Story.
Oh, okay.
But no, it was like a similar thing. Like
had
I would
ducks
just be
or something
I
flying
would just
around
be
their head,
like
too.
daydreaming or imagining like I was like a sports hero, or it was always like the hero.
Uh-huh.
And
now you're the villain. Dun dun dun.
yeah, what is that? If you spend so much time being the hero, you become
The villain. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Somebody said something like that.
Yeah, somebody said something like that. But no. I mean, now I like. I don't do that, but I use it more as like I envision what my set's gonna be like, and then I go up and I act it out. I've made it practical, but I don't know. I just thought about that the other day, and I just didn't know if that was common among like
Visualizing like.
just being the hero.
I mean.
Or
Visualization, sure, but
Or I'd pretend like, oh, there was a kid drowning and I saved him even though I didn't know how to swim yet. Or I would just have all these like weird... It's probably ADHD or something that I was
Maybe.
never diagnosed.
I mean, maybe it's just you thinking subconsciously. I'm not going to Freud it out here, but I'm just like, maybe
I
you
am
just,
on a couch.
Okay.
Isn't that what Freud always had people lay on the couch?
Yeah, I'm going to be your therapist. No, maybe you're like, I just want to do good. I just want to be, I don't want people to think of me in a negative way. I just want people, when they're around me, to feel good and be good. Yeah.
Well, it's same thing would happen in church. Like I was an altar boy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll talk about this at that church show we got coming up.
Oh, yeah, we definitely, that's February, end of February.
Kind of nervous about that one.
Why?
Wow. I don't know.
You're just not sure, feel comfortable with your material, or like
A little bit that.
it is always a little scary after our instance at our convention last year of what really defines clean and
Oh, yeah.
and what's no-go
Yeah.
topics.
Well, and she didn't even say we had to be clean. I'm assuming we would because at a church,
Right. Well,
for church people.
I mean, I would just again, I guess, reach out to her and just say, "Hey, what is there any no-go
How many
topics?"
times can I say fuck?
Well, I don't know.
I don't even say it that much in my act.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I would just double check, see if they have any. Maybe they do have specific topics that they're like, you say this, you're not getting paid or whatever.
Yeah, but anyways, I mean, I've got stuff I'm going to talk about, and maybe this will be one of it in some way, shape, or form. But like even when I'd be an altar boy, and I'd be sitting there, I always envisioned grabbing, like I always had to carry this big cross when I'd walk down. I envisioned like bad guys, whoever, coming in, and me just taking that cross and going full like Donatello, Ninja Turtles, bow staff, and fighting bad guys. And
I don't think they would like they
chase.
use
No,
the
it'd
cross.
be absolutely sacrilege.
Right.
But like I would just have like in the weirdest moments, just random daydreams like that.
Well, I mean, now that
Just-
you brought it up, I actually did have an opportunity at least one time that I can vividly recall of like actively being the hero. You want to hear it? Or should I save it for another time?
Go ahead.
Okay. Maybe I was 13, 14 years old. So, early teenager.
Is this the chili dog story?
I don't know if I have a chili dog
I'm
story.
just making that up.
Okay. Took a trip with my siblings and my mom to the Wilderness Lodge in the Wisconsin Dells.
Okay.
And, they have water parks and
They
stuff.
do?
Yeah.
In the Dells?
Well, at the
I'm kidding.
particular
I'm
hotel.
kidding.
I get you. But they had this thing, which was really cool. Like, I hadn't seen it really anywhere else. And I guess the closest place you could think
Is
of.
it a churro?
No.
Okay, I'll
It was,
stop that.
it was Texas Roadhouse Butter.
On a churro.
No. I guess the closest place I can think of that has something similar would be Chuck E. Cheese. But, like, they had this big 3-story structure that had like cargo nets and things like that you'd climb up and slides and stuff.
Kind of like a ropes course a little bit?
A little bit, but then it was called Dodgem City. I don't know if they still have it anymore because I haven't been to the.
I don't think so.
But it was it was like that soft foam material on stuff, like you would see at like mall playpens, shopping mall play areas. They'd have like
the ground up tires?
Well, that, but also like the structures themselves would be like a foam, like a firm foam, I guess. Anyway,
Gen X, we had the ground to
Sure.
break our fall. That was it.
But the coolest thing about this thing,
Sure.
this structure, Dodgem City, was it was like a big Nerf arena in a sense. So they'd have these air-powered cannons, and you'd shoot ball pit foam balls out of these cannons and stuff like that, and you'd collect them, and it was fun. Well, where I get to the hero part is it's me and my younger brother, who at the time would have been 6 maybe. So he needs supervision. That's why I was playing in there with him. We're at the top level, the third story. So I mean, this is 30 feet in the air, right? And at the entrance of this play area is just a slab of concrete, right?
Ooh.
So just like playground type thing.
Yeah.
And I look at the bridge that goes across. Like a 3-year-old crawled over the top and is now walking on this bridge with no safety on either side. So I go out and I climb out there, grab this kid. I don't know who this kid is, and bring him back in. And as soon as I get back in, apparently cameras were all over me, and the staff was getting ready to throw me out. And
Thinking you were kidnapping a kid or what?
well, they didn't understand why I was out there.
Oh.
And they didn't see the little kid because I guess he wasn't in view of the camera. But
Yeah.
I'm 13, 14 years old, so I'm big and I shouldn't have been out there.
Mm-hmm.
And, I said, rewatch that because there was a kid out there that I guess you guys would have been responsible for. If he would have fallen, he probably would have died. Because
Wow.
30 feet in the air on the concrete, whatever, right? And they apparently rewatched it because they were about ready to throw me out, even though this was like our first day of our stay.
Mm-hmm.
And then they realized, oh, you probably just saved us from a big lawsuit. And then I got to play free mini golf for the rest of the weekend.
Is that where it started?
I think so.
The mini golf?
Yeah,
Wow.
kind of. Well, I mean,
Is that your origin story?
Well, maybe. I mean, I always liked mini golf and played it, but I think that was when I was like, I played probably 100 times that weekend. It seemed like they gave me like a gold pass, so I was like, unlimited mini golf.
Well, I mean, like, That was a real life example. The stuff I would daydream about
Yeah, no,
was absurd.
I know, way more extreme, but I'm just saying, like, it is interesting because I never thought I would be like that person that would have acted so much for that.
Yeah.
Not saying like, oh, I'm just gonna run away or whatever, but it seemed, I don't know, strange. Like, is no one else gonna take care of this? I have to.
Like, okay, here I go.
Right, but
Yeah.
it was just kind of weird because it's like maybe it was like the thought of like when someone's in an accident and and you're not supposed to say somebody call 911 because then someone else is thinking someone else called 911 and no
nobody
one does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a little bit of that, but it was just kind of interesting to think like, oh, I actually probably saved that kid because I don't know how he got out there. I don't think he could have gotten back.
Right.
And like his parents weren't watching him, which is crazy for like a 3-year-old too, but also just the staff not, catching that or realizing that could be a problem.
Right, for sure.
So yeah.
Wow. Carl's real life example. He didn't have to daydream it.
Yeah. Well, you think we should wrap up, talk about our sponsor and upcoming shows? And
Yeah, that was the last thing I really wanted to bring up because
Okay.
I figured I was going to forget about it, and it just popped into my head just now because I was daydreaming about saving the 3-season studios from exploding cans of Hi-Ho soda.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're saving a kid from falling off the studio, but that's okay. We can interject both of our
Probably
stories
be
together.
my own.
Yeah, that's fair. You don't want to reuse a story.
No, I don't. So, you want to talk about your shows first? You want me to talk about mine? What do you want?
You want to talk? We can talk about our sponsor first, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead with that.
Once again, our sponsor is Fondy Axe Company, 25 North Main Street. Book your reservations at fondyaxeco.com.
And we'll have a link in the description, so
Yep.
you can just click right there. Boom.
And it's getting more and more important to make reservations too, especially on our busy days, Friday, Saturday. I mean, their busy days. I throw there, and okay, I'm closely knit to that place. But anyway,
Well, you're an expert too, so
I am. I'm an expert there. But yeah, I mean, it's getting more and more important to make reservations because the last Saturdays I've worked, we've had to turn people away. So fondyaxeco.com, make your reservations. And come and throw with us. That's our sponsor for today.
yep.
I just did my qualifying throws, but we'll talk about that next time.
Sure.
Long story short, they didn't go well, but
Oh.
that's okay. I'm still in. I made it to Worlds for other
okay.
things anyway, so we're fine.
I would say for shows, you should mention your one that you have
Yep.
this
Yeah.
week, and then
Yep.
I'll bring up ours for next week, and then we'll call it that. We'll get
right.
into more shows later.
Yeah, I've got a show this Saturday, January 25th. That's the date. Yep. And I am featuring for the very funny Mike Marvell. A lot of times people think it's Mike Marvel, but it's Mike Marvell.
Even though he is a superhero of
Oh,
comedy,
yeah, he's a
just
superhero
not,
comedy.
just not Marvel.
Very, very funny. I'll be featuring for him at the Big Muskie Lounge in Park Falls, Wisconsin.
That just sounds like a great venue name, just right off there.
Um,
Big Muskie.
It,
Lounge.
it actually sounds interesting. It's like must be like a side by side kind of deal, and they're actually called A&J's Trading Post and Big Muskie Lounge. But the show is going to be at the Big Muskie Lounge, so I'm not expecting average size muskies to be there. Only big ones.
Yeah, only oversized.
Yep, and they will be lounging. Starts at 7. It's actually a free show, no admission. It must be 21 or older to attend. But that's the Big Muskie Lounge, and it's in Park Falls. And look them up, because the print on the flyer is too small for me to read the address right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. And for us, Dean and I both are doing a makeup show that we were originally supposed to have.
Yep, we will be.
in
It's
September.
a tutorial. We will show you how to put on
Eyeshadow.
foundation.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's a makeup show because our headliner had COVID at the time. So,
Yep. Grace.
yep.
Hey, we were
so-
talking about the Laugh Factory. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's the one who invited us there.
Yeah. So live from the Hive, which will be on January 31st. It's a Friday. We will have the doors open at 7. Show will start at 8. Dean and I will be co-hosting, and we have Jay Lemke. We have John Freitag. This is the thing about us saying the words earlier, the milk and the milk. And
I didn't even try to say it one way, so you can't blame me.
I know, but I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I always think about his name, and I can't remember if I'm saying the right way or the wrong way.
What did that one day when we were talking about a show or something we were on with him? I used voice to text. What did it change his name to? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't know.
Because you're like, I'm going to call him that forever. It was like Fried Hog.
Yeah, maybe.
Instead of Fried.
Anyway.
Fried Hog.
So John, and then we got Joel Roberts and Craig Allen, and then, of course, we'll be headlined by Grace Baylor.
Yep. From Chicago.
Yep.
Laugh Factory.
Yep. Tickets are only, and she actually had a special come out, too, so definitely get that, too, as well. But tickets will be $10. You can pay at the door with cash or card, or you can go online to cashmoneycomedy.com or other various ticketing websites. We kind of got, I think we hit them all on there. So, yeah, and tickets $10 there too in advance. Should be a good time. We'll have a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's at the Hive. You said that.
Yep, at the Hive
here in Fond du Lac. It's a really great venue.
Yep.
I mean, they were our sponsors a couple times, and they're not sponsoring this one, but still talk about them because they are great.
They're awesome.
Can have weddings there and all kinds of things, and they have like a really big, wide variety of beverages. From
both alcoholic and non-alcoholic.
Yep, they have mocktails and all different kinds of things there. It's a really great place. So even if you don't want to come to just check us out, come and check them out. You know.
And we'll also, at least for the green room, we'll have some donuts from our buddy. From Just Put in Your Mouth Craft Donuts. So we'll have that for the green room. Yeah.
Is he making the Ecto Monster?
I don't know.
The Dean Berg?
I always tell him, dealer's choice, because they're all good. So
yeah, they are.
So maybe that he'll just do that just for every comedy show.
I know he had more he wanted to talk about too on here. So maybe we'll bring him on again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just use us as test subjects. I haven't had a bad one, so now I jinx it, right?
Well, he said he would bring them. We just have to ask. We didn't ask last time, so that's why he didn't.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll have them for that.
And I'll make a three season studio donut.
Okay. What season are you gonna remove? Because it's winter now, and that's usually the fourth season that's removed. So
yeah, we're doing
all seasons, but we're not changing the name.
No, we're doing all right. We got our little fake fire heater.
Yeah. We got 20 heaters going on. We're good.
No, we don't have that many.
Yeah.
But
we should have a wood fire or a wood stove.
You almost
got one?
No, I almost got one that runs on diesel that I know would heat this bad boy up. I mean, it's comfortable in here now. It's getting a little chilly. Just now, it's dark. It's late.
It's also negative a million out there.
Yeah, it's like a negative 15.
Yeah.
But we're comfortable. You don't have your coat on.
Yeah, I don't have my coat on. I'm just wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm not even wearing my Stormy Chromer. I have it, but I'm not wearing it.
Oh, so. I didn't notice.
You didn't notice my bald head? Okay.
But no, I mean, we do have to turn one of the heaters off that we had on because it's just too loud. Actually, I forgot at the beginning of the show. So, too late now if you...
special guest are...
Yeah, special guest, the humming of the heater. Oh, in the background. So, you're probably not even going to realize you noticed it, but now you're going to go back and listen to the start of the show and try to figure out when we turned it off.
Yep. That's the Easter egg. Find it.
Yeah, that's the Easter egg.
We'll give you a prize. I don't know. It'll be like a box of cereal with a prize in it just from us, I guess.
Wow.
All right.
So,
all right. All
right. I guess that's going to be it for this time. So have a good one, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Wah. Wah. Bye. Wah.
That's it for today, but hold tight. We'll be back soon with more laughs inside. Move the mic stand, we're ready to go. Dean and Cash bring the comedy flow. With every tale, we're spreading joy wide. So come take a seat, join the fun ride.
This has been a Tapedeck Media production. Thank you for listening.